Alright folks, welcome back to the channel. I hope you are doing great. I hope you've been crushing it, and this one is a very special video for you guys because and for my channel as well. Like, this is a very special video for me and for everybody who's watching, because I've been waiting for this moment for a very long time, and a lot of you who have been following me on the Facebook group and who are already connected with me on Instagram. Here's my Instagram, by the way. So a lot of you guys who are already connected with me already are aware of what I'm going to be talking about, and if you're very smart, you must have already figured this out from the thumbnail, right? A lot of you must have already figured it out, but there's a long story behind it. There's a learning that I want to share with you guys, so keep watching and let's get into it. Right. So like I was saying, guys, today is a very big day for me, because this is what I've been working towards. This is what I've been always wanting to, come to, and here we are. But it hasn't been magic. It hasn't been a road that wasn't planned. It was completely planned. It was always in my mind, but I was just working towards it without thinking about reaching here. And that is one of the things that you should take away from this, is that once you set a goal, you should not really focus on the goal itself, because if you just keep focusing on that goal, if you just keep thinking about the goal, about how would you feel once you reach there and everything, you will not focus on the work that is required to be done for you to reach there, right? The work is more important. The hustle is more important, guys. So you must always remember that. That's one. Alright folks, so the official news, I'm gonna just drop it right away. The official news is that I have successfully resigned and left my job. Well, I had actually resigned on the 1st of January at midnight, because I just wanted to, go hard on that resolution. So I had actually put down my papers, but I had to serve a notice period at my office, which was about 30 days. So the entire January was the last month of my 9 to 5 job, and I have successfully left it. From the 1st of February onwards, I'm on my own and chasing the entrepreneurial dream, building my businesses on Amazon and elsewhere as well. So yeah, I am officially out of my job. I don't have to report to anybody. I don't have to, go and mark my attendance daily. I don't have to go through the traffic daily. I just have to freaking hustle, something that I've already been doing before and after the 9 to 5 job, in the morning and evening, but now I'm going to be doing it 24/7, and this is my gift to myself, because that's what it is now. I have basically earned the right to wear this. As you can see, the t-shirt says left my 9 to 5, hustle on 24/7. Well, this was one of the quotes that I had written a long time ago, maybe a year and a half ago, and I had even won $50 for this quote in one of the groups I was a member in around that time. But yeah, I never decided to wear the t-shirt, because you had to earn it, and now I felt as if I had earned my way towards this, and I got this printed, made, and I just wore it on my last day at my work, because I just felt like I had to. And anyways, so a couple of things I want to put into perspective with this video, not just this information and announcement out there. I want to put some things in perspective. Some things like you must understand, I'm not actually getting into a comfortable zone. I've actually thrown myself into an uncomfortable zone now, so that I can, be in that uncomfortable zone and try and make the best out of it. Like, just try and survive, just try and swim and see where do I land, where do I reach, right? Because when you have a 9 to 5 job, and when you are, secure in your mind that at the end of every month, or on the 1st of every new month, you will get a check in your bank account and you will just float freely. Like, that is so convenient and comfortable if you think about it. When you're doing a 9 to 5 job, right, the reason why people are very much scared to leave the job is because of just one thing, and that is that one paycheck that drops on your bank account every month, right? I hope you agree with that. Let me know if you agree with that. Let me know if you've been thinking about something like this in your mind but you haven't been able to do it. Let's just be freaking honest with each other, right? So yeah, that is the one biggest wall that people are not able to, jump across when it comes to leaving their 9 to 5, because it's so comfortable to receive that check and, pay your bills, go enjoy your life, go on outings, buy gifts for your girlfriends, your family, XYZ. So it does get you in that, monotonous kind of rotating life where you just have to work towards, giving in your effort in exchange of that money. So you're just giving in your time to that company, wherever you're working for, wherever you're working at, and then receiving a check in return. And once you do that, it's like a drug. You don't want to get out of it because it's so convenient. You're in your best space. You're very comfortable wherever you're working. You're comfortable with the work that you are doing, so much so that you can just do it repetitively on a day-to-day basis for the entire month, and then year after year, and just receive those paychecks. Maybe get a little bit hike every year, but that's it, right? That's where the story ends. Like, you just keep doing that. Maybe some of you grow towards becoming a great corporate leader, and that's good for a lot of you. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. It's just that it's just not what I wanted. I always wanted to get out of it, and I've always done everything which would lead me to this state. All right. So yeah, with that, I want to talk about something which I think is the takeaway from this entire announcement, takeaway from this entire journey for you guys. All right. I always wanted to chase this particular moment. I always wanted to be my own boss. But whilst I had this thought when I was in the second year of my college, actually even before that, but from the second year onwards, I had decided that I will never work for anybody. Okay, I don't want to work for anybody. I want to do something of my own, and that is where I'm headed at. But there is one skill and one key element that was there in my mind, which I want to talk about today with you guys, and that is the most important thing I want you all to take away from this. All right. Now, you must have heard about this word a lot of times, but I want to just give a real life example from my life, from my history, so that you understand how important this is, right? So like I was saying, from second year onwards, I had decided and made up my mind that I would never work for anybody, right? But having said that, I also knew I wasn't ready to start a business. I wasn't ready to, maybe lead a team of people. I wasn't ready to speak in front of people and, make business deals or whatever it is, right? I was not ready. And so I had this in my mind. So if you want to put this in one word, guys, a lot of you must have already guessed. The word is called self-awareness, all right? I was self-aware about what I did not know, right? And how much I knew back then when I was in my second year of college. So I decided to just improve myself. I just decided to work on improving myself so that when the time is right, I'll be ready as an individual. I will be ready over here in my mind, right? So guys, you need to understand self-awareness is the one thing that you need to be successful in life. Because if you don't have that, it's going to be very difficult for you to improve yourself in whatever the heck you're trying to achieve, whatever the heck you're trying to do, right? And self-awareness is not just important in entrepreneurship. It's important in all walks of life. For example, entrepreneurship. It's important in your relationships. It's important in your friendships. It's important at your workplace. But self-awareness is important everywhere. So this information is not for people who are trying to be an entrepreneur, who are trying to break out from the norm. This is for everybody who's watching right now. All right. But first, let me define what does self-awareness mean in simple words. So if you want me to define self-awareness in very simply put English, it basically means you know what you know and you know what you don't know. All right? That sounds a bit complex as a statement, right? So it basically means you should know what you know, all right? You should know what your strengths are, you should know what your skills are, and you should know what you don't know. That simply means you should know where your weaknesses are, what do you need to learn more, what do you need to work on more, etc., etc. I think you get the point. This is not very complicated, right? Now, I want to give you an example from my life, all right? From my history, and this is for real, guys. I'm not making this shit up. I can show you all that certificate and shit what I'm talking about right now. But yeah, this is what happened. So when I was in my second year, like I said, I was always planning to be the boss, right? I was chasing that dream of becoming the boss and not being employee of some kind, or not being able to not basically following the conventional norm of working for somebody, right? But I knew that I was not ready, and one of the things that I lacked was the ability to speak in front of public, actually even the ability to talk in English to a lot of people, all right? So when I was in my second year, I realized that, man, I had to work on my English speaking skills. Man, I had to work on my confidence. Man, I had to work on my public speaking skills, right? I had to work on all of these things, because without these things, without you being a great communicator, you cannot really become a hardcore entrepreneur, okay? At least not at the scale where I want to be. Where I want to be, I should be speaking well. I should be speaking confidently. I should be able to speak to a lot of people when I'm talking to a bunch of audience, maybe on a stage someday, right? So I knew what my weaknesses were, but I also knew that I was fantastic when it came to writing in English. So basically, it wasn't a problem of the language. It was basically a problem of confidence. I did not have the confidence to speak in front of people or speak directly even to a lot of people in one-on-one discussions when I had to talk in English, right? So what I decided was I was going to basically have a 2-month-long vacation after my second year of college during the summers, because I was studying in Dubai at that time. And then I basically just decided to join a tutoring course over the summer holidays and fix myself, because that is what I had to do. Like, that was the only goal of the vacation at that point of time. I just had to fix my English and become a better person when I was back at the college for the 5th semester. Yeah, so I started researching, and I figured that if I had to learn English, I had to go to a good institution. And then I discovered an institution called British Council, all right? Now, British Council was there in Dubai as well, and it was there in India as well. It was in India, it was there at 3 different states, okay? 2 of those states I did not want to go because I just did not want to go. And one of the states was Kolkata, okay? That's in the eastern part of India. So what I decided was I just enrolled myself over there. It costed me 8,500 rupees, which is equivalent to just a little over $100, okay? Just a little over $100, not so expensive, right? And to take the same course, if I had to take the same course in Dubai, it was going to cost me $1,000 for the same amount of time, for the same number of lectures. So I just took the smart decision of going back to India for the course, and I enrolled myself in there. So I landed back in India. I stayed home for 5 days, and I packed my bags, and I just took a train towards the city where my classes were going to be taking place. Well, the best part was, actually the worst part was that I did not know anybody over there, and I had to go and attend these classes just 2 days a week, and I did not know what am I going to do for the next 5 days of the week, every week, for the next 4 weeks. Well, let me tell you a funny aspect of that entire journey. Every time for the first few lectures, when I was interacting with my batchmates over there, a lot of them kept asking me, "Hey Rish, why are you freaking here? Like, you were studying in Dubai. Why are you here in Kolkata, where people don't even speak great English? They don't have great English accent. Why are you here to learn English?" So I told them I just wanted to improve myself. And I researched well. Basically, British Council was the right place to go if you were to learn English in India. And fortunately enough, the teacher who was teaching our batch, the teacher who was teaching my batch, had 26 years of experience in teaching English in Jordan. So it was a freaking gold mine that time. To cut the story short, at the end of the course, I got an A+ certificate, which I believe not a lot of people get in British Council. I think only one student gets it. I'm not very sure about that. But I remember that I got an A+ certificate, which meant that I was the first in the class. And I was just lucky to be there. It just boosted my confidence so much so that when I was back at my college, I could easily speak in English. I could easily talk in English. I even gave a fantastic presentation. I still remember the topic of the presentation was something about fear. So I gave an awesome presentation at my school, at my college during one of the semesters. And yeah, so that's when I took the leap of not being so great, or being very, finicky even when it came to talking to people in English, to becoming better than most people, to becoming better than average once I was back after the summer vacations. So yeah, guys, that's all what I wanted you all to take away from this. You gotta be self-aware. You have to know what are your strengths, you have to know what are your weaknesses, and you just have to work on it day in and day out, every day. Don't focus on the goal, right? Don't stress on the goal. Focus on the goal, but don't stress on the goal. You will eventually get there. Just focus on the hustle, the work, the shit that you have to do, the shit that you have to go through. Without that, you will never ever reach that ultimate goal where you want to achieve. Without that, you will never reach that ultimate goal wherever you want to be. Right. Lastly, guys, that is where I want to leave you all with this video. I just want to tell you that this is one superpower that I think I have, and this is one superpower that every one of you can have. You just have to think it right here. Like, you just do this small exercise. Whenever you come back at your home after your 9 to 5 or before you sleep, just think about what could have you been doing better today from your entire day if you knew XYZ thing better. Okay, it can be, giving a presentation at your office, it can be talking to people, it can be anything. Just think about what could you have been doing better if you knew it better, and just work on it until you think that you have become a little bit better every day. Alright guys, with that I'm gonna sign off. Subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell, because I've got 11 hours more in my day and I'm gonna hit you all hard with value. Alright, so subscribe to my channel. Until then, keep crushing it. Adios. Share the message, please. Like, if you enjoy this video, hit that thumbs up, and please share it with your friends. Share it with people who would be motivated by hearing this story of mine. And if you have any more questions, let me know down in the comments. I'm always there, and join the group, because that's where I hang out the most. Adios. Mission accomplished. I have a stand for my audio gear now. I'm gonna hit record. 3, 2, 1, and we're recording. All right, this is for my editor, not for everybody who's watching this now.